Hey guys, hope you are well. Today is Wednesday, January 7th. It is currently 4:03 a.m. I slept pretty decent last night. Got some rest. I did wake up like around 2, and then I didn't really get back to sleep. Got out of bed at 3:50. Let me move you a little here. But I mean, like I said, I think I feel pretty good. I am in the process. I got to do a transfer of some documents. So that Chris can have some things to do today. I have a pretty packed day. It is pretty packed. And I'm pretty excited, packed in that I gotta focus on generating revenue. So far for the month, we've only done around $1,800. And, $1,800 is far from this week we should have been at around 200,000. So, I mean, we're less than 1% of target. And I can't say that it is a bit nerve-wracking, but I have to focus and getting this stuff done. So my focus is going to be on revenue generating activities today, focusing on bringing in funds. Even though yesterday was super productive, we had a series of meetings and we finally got onboarded for the EP service with our bank. So what that means is that now with TriBlock, I don't have to manually go in and pay people, but the team doesn't have to use Excel spreadsheets. We have a platform that manages our HR and payroll. And so just being able to do that is a big deal. And I'm happy for that. So we were able to get that done, which it has been done. And so now my focus is on I have to get some content for Chris. Week 1 is up. Week 2 is being edited by Danae. And so week 3 is, I gave it to Roberto, but he was pushing out some other stuff, so I'm gonna give it to Chris so Chris can focus on week 3, and then before I leave, he'll have week 5. So I have to do the actual calculations, but I travel for 2 weeks, which means that technically we'll be behind 2 weeks. But if week 2 drops on the 11th, week 3 drops on the 18th, week 4 drops on the 25th, week 5 drops on the 1st. I'll have week 6 that I'll be recording. Week 6, 7, and 8 by the time I come back. So, yeah. We should be on track, even though I'm going to lose 2 weeks. We should be on track. All right, so today looks like a couple of different stuff. So I got Smith machine, flat bench, I got one arm dumbbell row, got overhead press, red out fly. Yeah. got intervals on the arc trainer. I actually don't enjoy intervals much, but it's crazy because I do feel rested, so I don't feel as, I guess, groggy. I do feel a bit more energized today than obviously yesterday, so I feel good. I weighed in at 271.2 this morning, and so I think that may have been some cookies that I had yesterday. But the goal is to get to under the 270 between today and tomorrow. So it's just a matter of staying vigilant. And then we travel next week, and so that's going to be something in and of itself, because I tend to overindulge when I travel. But I mean, I'm just so close to redlining right now that it's not even worth it. So I am going to have to come up with a plan for that. All right, guys, so I just finished my workout. It's pretty solid. Now it's about time to get some breakfast and then head to the office super early so I can get some work done. So what I've decided to do as I'm doing this is, it's crazy. That's why they say, like, you just got to get started. So I already, from week 1, the elements from my vlog literally cover. So my series is pretty much Road to 10 million, right? Like From the Trenches Locked In. That's what it is. But it's the Road to 10 million. And so my Instagram is now morphing, even from when I pulled the podcast from it. It's like now I'm realizing that I want my Instagram to be populated by short clips from my vlog, because that literally incorporates all the different elements, the fitness, the business, us, and all that. So I'm going to slowly start moving my content, like my produced content, from there. So like how I was just kind of sharing everything on that. So my Instagram is really going to just be now pretty much my vlog series cut up. I say that to say, what you could do is, because a part of it is I did, and I can probably share that document with you, but I did do a series, how we could incorporate the vlog into the documentary and on social. So I actually did that. Did I share that with you? All right, so I can share that with you because I may give you some ideas as to how you could do that. But it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, I like having fun. Like, it's kind of cool documenting it and share, because
I think it'll also be cool to look back on in 15, 20 years, like when your day-to-day looks completely different. It's like, this used to be what I did in a day.
Because so quickly we forget, like how you were talking about yesterday, like the fact that you look down the hall and you remember when this wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
But we have been
here.
here.
It was scary.
Right.
We have all this house.
And I could say that we use, outside of the backyard, like we use all of the house.
The backyard.
Yeah, both use. So I guess that counts. Which is why we got the spot, right? Yeah, but I'm liking it. I guess you could let me know too. And you vlogging in 16:9, right?
Well, yeah. So far I have been. But maybe that's how I can differentiate. Because I'm thinking if I need to like, I guess I don't need to necessarily record separately for socials. But I do want to do like a version of cardio conventions on a more dynamic level. So I want every week to release a update on the road to the Olympia. And so I think doing this filming for the documentary is giving me like ideas of what I actually want to capture and like what I want to include. But I think I'm going to do it like from 16 weeks out up to as far as the official series. But I plan to do like an update video because I never did a post-show debrief for social. I plan to do that. And then kind of also ask people in that like announce that I'm going to do this series and ask people for their input.
Like what they want to see.
Yeah. And then, so I think I am probably going to do some improvement season, like that, make that a series. That'll be a couple weeks on its own. And then have that funnel right into prep.
Like you say that I found it beneficial, like even now, deciding to start vlogging pretty much from November. And then having the weekly vlog come out pretty much a month behind. Like I find like one, it gave me practice to kind of get used to the idea of walking around with this camera all the time. But then two, now you have a buffer with content, right? And so I think, that's something that you could look at. Is that like using that to kind of, like you said, just fine tune what your strategy would be without necessarily overthinking, just shoot and then figure it out from there. All right, guys, today is January 7th. Today is Wednesday, and it's currently 6:10 a.m. and as you can see, I am already on my way to the office. I had a pretty solid night rest. I was able to get up and get out. This morning I trained, I ate breakfast, and now I'm out on the road. I do have quite a bit of stuff to do today, as far as, seeing I do everything, really just focusing on getting some funds in for the team. Yesterday was really good, though, because like I said, I don't know if I said it, but we completed the work for the Easy Pay. So we're converting our HR system. Well, we're transitioning to an HR system. Tri-Block HR, a buddy of mine owns it, Keith Roy. And so we've been talking about doing some work together. And we have done just that. So we were onboarded. The core team and the extended team have been both all onboarded. And so now it's just a matter of executing. And so yesterday what we did was we signed up for we got onboarded for the e-pay with our bank that will be facilitating payroll. So what that does is it alleviates me from having to do that. And today we're going to run a penny test. So we're really going to send a penny to everybody just to make sure that everybody gets it. The pay account has been set up properly, and we are going from there. So I'm excited. We can't be tracking hours and OT and payments in Excel, and definitely I can't be doing that payroll myself. It does take some time in the morning, but this is all in an effort to automate and then make it more efficient. I'll be honest, it does make me a bit nervous simply because, as a small business owner, you got to move things around to make certain things happen for payroll sometimes. So I move things between accounts. And what this is going to do is, one, make sure that I have payroll in advance there. But two, just to ensure, it's just the next evolution of the business. So I'm excited to see where this next phase of this particular thing carries us. All right, awesome. I appreciate that. So what I did was I sent you the link to the playlist. I think I'll send you a specific episode just so you can have that appreciation as well. But I put it in the group, and so you should, I put it in the chat, sorry. And so you'll have that now. But like I said, so you have the full playlist because that includes some of the shorts that you would have seen on IG and on social. And then this is a sample of the full episode. But yeah, we do bulk shoot. So take a look at that. Let's get you in. Take a look at the studio. And Tab, in the meantime, is going to send you the podcast document that kind of breaks down the fee structure, what the deliverables are, what you'll be getting for that, and then we can take it from there. See, guys, when you're married to a celebrity,
Hello.
you have all kind of crew and people in your house making movie and thing.
Hi.
Hello. Filming it.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah?
Yeah, almost done.
My wife is a celebrity. She got a full-time camera crew and photographer. That won't be like you when I grew up.
They were very
Cool.
set in us.
Very like
They were
what?
like, oh, y'all shooting like a documentary.
Roberto telling me he ain't shooting no play documentary. You see that camera? That rig?
Yeah.
Telling this a real thing, But they think we shooting on cell phone. And we shooting an iPhone documentary. You look very nice.
Thank you.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. So you know what a Kirby is.
Mm.
Let me show you what a Kirby is. Remember, I looked in the gym.
Mm-hmm. Oh, from Pokemon. It's not a Pokemon?
No, I don't think it's Pokemon.
Oh, from Nintendo. What am I thinking of? Jigglypuff? That's a Pokemon?
I don't know what a Jigglypuff
You don't know
is.
a Jigglypuff? Search Jigglypuff. You don't look like a Kirby. Search Jigglypuff?
So you're saying I look like a Jigglypuff?
No, I'm trying
Please
to
spell
remember.
Jiggly.
J-I. See, come on.
Jiggly.
Don't put the song. It's just the Jigglypuff. It looked like Kirby too, though.
Yeah.
I think that's a book. I just said technically that's what I think I'm Pokemon. I think Pokemon's a Jigglypuff.
How was your day?
There's a lot of people in.
What is one good thing that happened to you today?
I did my first interview of our press tour for Stage Ready today.
Yeah.
Well, the first, press tour. First interview with the media. Second, technically.
How did you secure that?
I ran into someone that works at the station in the gym on Sunday when I was entering a client or a new member. they recognized me and said they wanted to set up doing an interview, and then we set it up.
That's good. Hey, let's swallow it.
One good thing that happened to you today.
One good thing that happened to me today. We were able to do our penny test. That was a good thing. Switching over to TriBlock for our HR and payroll. It's like, it's a real company, but I have 16 team members that I pay. Fuck. Our podcast, Innovators and Impact, was nominated for an Elevation Award for Podcast of the Year.
Are you going to go to the awards?
Yeah. Not only am I going to go, but I'm going to carry the entire team that worked on Innovators and Impact. You make it a thing. All right, y'all. Truth moment. I still got to train. I don't really feel like training. Like I don't know if y'all understand how little I feel like training. Like I've been trying to psych myself up to go and train at least for like the last hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But this is one of those days where all people say, fuck your feelings, man. You know, you just, excuse me, just gotta get it done. Get it done is what we're gonna do. Get her done. All right, guys. So today is January 7th. It's the end of the day. It's 7:13 p.m. I can tell you it's really one of those days where I do not feel like working out. And no, it's not because, I mean, I had a pretty long and productive day, but it's just that it's late for me. I'm normally in the mode of winding down, headed to bed. I am emotionally, mentally, and physically tired. But it's one of those things where you remember that your wife is a 10, so you gotta get your numbers up. So I'm in here getting ready to do my PM workout, starting with some cardio. Then I'm gonna do my circuit, then I'm gonna shower, then I'm gonna take my magnesium, then shower, then go to sleep. I have completed my workout. It took me 54 minutes and 51 seconds. I burned a total of 713 calories total, and active calories were 500 and 583. That ain't a way. What are you doing? That's so stupid.
Come on, finish.
So, my nose itching. Anyway, so I'm gonna go to bed now, guys. Until tomorrow, peace. Hey guys, today is January 8th, 2026. I am, it's currently 4:55 a.m. guys already know I am making my morning pre-workout cocktail.
Cocktail.
My wife.
Good morning.
Slept good?
I'm always tired.
I know you always tired. It's okay though. I mean, you're doing something with your life.
Extra. You sleep good. You was tired.
I was tired.
Because you get up early.
Because I get up early.
Mm-hmm.
I get up early.
And yesterday you got up early.
I thought you mean I was tired because I got up early today. So I'm looking for my hydration, right? So this is my supplement cabinet. Not huge, I got these couple of stuff here. They go in there. So I'm looking for my hydration. This is the Kel's supplement corner. But look what's sitting up in there. Now, I use her creatine because she has this big old thing of creatine. But I leave it here. Anyway. Alright guys, so today is still the 8th. I am just finished working out. I'm fixing breakfast now, so I'm about to hop in the shower, get ready, head to work. I am shooting my live tonight. It's the first live in the series. I'm doing one live a month, just to have a different type of content. I'm presenting my goal setting framework, and I'm excited. So while I was doing cardio, I literally mapped out the segments for production. So I'm going to share this with Chris and the rest of the production team today, and kind of take it from there. So that's where I'm at. All right, in the car on the road. Today is a pretty eventful day. I have a couple of things that I need to get done. But I am prioritizing sales activities, so that's sending out emails, making contact with people. Normally in the year, a lot of people have really great ideas as far as what it is that they want to do. And so just kind of building on that momentum is going to be important. I do have a meeting, one of our, she technically on a trial, Danae Morrison. She is a editor, and she's been doing quite a bit of good work. So I gave her week 2 of my vlog to edit, just to kind of see how she would handle it. And so she's dropping that off today. And then I have our New Year's content that I am going to give her. Chris has been doing a phenomenal job of just pushing out content. And so, Tab and I had a conversation yesterday, just kind of figuring out where we're going to land. We do have 2 extended team members who are consistently showing up that we would consider for full-time positions, but they may even be full-time hybrid, whereas they are not in office or in studio. It'll just be a situation where we call them in for shoots, and we kind of take it from there. But we have to develop, or well, not even develop, we don't know the capabilities of one of them, Ivania, as a project lead on certain projects, because the idea is that we are going to spread the projects out over the team. And so we know that Roberto, even though there's some feedback that we got, we know that he has the technical ability to execute or shoot at our standard. But we don't know that about Vanya because she has really just been doing more behind the scenes stuff. And so we have an opportunity with one of our clients, Tristan Hanna from SafePoint. We're going to be shooting some content for him. And so I want to use that as an opportunity to look at Ivania as a technical lead on a project, and then also to look at Larissa, who's somebody who approached us for a creative direction, like creative director role, which is probably the next line of creative that we'll be doing. And so we reached out to her, we had a call with her, and so I think this may be an opportunity for her to get in and execute something. So I have a couple of meetings today from a creative standpoint because our client creative lead, Ryan, is out sick. And, there's some things that we have on her plate that we need to get done. I do need to finalize and send out some invoices. And, so I need to get that out today. Just finalize what the costing is on that. And, just kind of take it from there. So I am actually pretty excited to get this done, to move forward and continue pushing. All right, so I'm in studio now and setting up this new laptop for a new team member. This is laptop number 9. Y'all, I remember when I didn't have one laptop. So the laptop that I use at home was the first laptop that I got for Lifestyles in 2019. It was a gaming laptop from Lenovo, and I still have that. But naturally, we got a bit more, right? And so now I have these laptops, these i7s, still gaming laptops, still Lenovo. And all of my laptops are Lenovos. But the thing is that we started splitting them now because we have everybody on the team is not necessarily in production and needs a heavier operational machine. All of the production team has these gaming laptops, and then I started getting ThinkPads for the admin team. And it's interesting because I actually got this idea from Dekel, and it's a refurbished yoga. And then, of course, we tag it with Lifestyles. But it's a refurbished laptop that I got off of Amazon. And I bought one for Kennedy when she first came. So that was her laptop, that was the first one. And then Lauren has one, and I am swapping out Tab's laptop because Tab doesn't do editing and stuff. She has one of the production machines, so I'm swapping that out for her. And I am preparing this one for another person. I may just to round it out, get another one. So I'll have a total of 10 laptops because the goal is to have a full complement of 10 at some point. But yeah, that's what we be doing. I am now, even as I think about it, playing around with the idea of getting a i9 machine, something a bit more souped up for Chris. But we'll see what that looks like once everything settles. All right, awesome. And I got your contact, so if I hit anything, if I hit a wall or anything, I know where to call. But definitely we have enough information to put this initial document together. And what I'll tell you is that as you get in it and you start doing it, you'll realize that, everything may not be like you could change and you could do, and maybe you gravitate towards this style more or that. Because I'm realizing that even though my pillars and everything aren't changing, how I deliver and distribute my content is has evolved into what I think now, what we'll see in January going through is more, which is why, like you see me, I started with my vlogging and stuff like that. And so I say all that to say, like, you are going to, once you get in it, you're going to see what feels more natural, which is easier for you to do, and you just kind of take it from there. Hold on. Let me stop you right there, right? Let me stop you right there. Here's the thing, man to man, right? Business owner to business owner. I'm also man to man. What you had to endure that's just the name of being a business owner, okay? You're going to have to deal with shit, but at the end of the day, your duty and responsibility is to ensure that your clients are serviced. Now, you saying that you did your best is fine, and that's good on you. What I'm saying is, you at your best still cost me an additional $5,000 in almost a month of time, right? Hold on, wait. But let me, because you see, I told you from the break that I understand that, and I took that on. That's why I ain't come to you with that. I tell you, my biggest issue with this whole experience, it would have been completely different if your level of communication was there. All I need you to do, I ain't saying you presented yourself as no expert in this, that, and next. I knew the risk, right? So to me, I knew the risk. My issue was, or is, and still is, that how you handle that. You ain't communicate with me. Almost 2 months later, you just picking up your stuff from the job. So that means that, and there was no communication. Look at our thread of communication. That's what I have, and this is the lesson that I want you to take from this. Regardless of what's going on, what's going to make or break the client experience for you is your ability to communicate openly and transparently, right? And frequently. What I'm saying is that you just disappeared. You disappear on me. And the only time I hear from you was when I could get myself, and even when you set time to get your stuff, those days, you still didn't show up for your stuff. And that's what I need you to take away from this. This is an experience. They say a quality education is expensive. Learn from your mistakes. What I'm trying to get you to understand is, you said now you have the benefit of an experience. Now you know dust can kick up. Now you know what the threshold is that your equipment can bear. Now you know that communication can make or break a client experience. So you ain't walking away from this empty-handed or at a loss. You gained the experience. My hope for you, though, is that you take this experience, learn from it, because while this is new to you, you have this experience. And what I'm telling you is something that people would not. They ain't gonna take the time to have this conversation with you. They'll just cut you off. I'm having this conversation with you because you told me that this is something that you want to do. As somebody who's been in business for themselves for over 20 years, I've made many mistakes. And what I'm saying is, your inability to communicate effectively with me as your client, and your inability to show up when you say you was going to show up and do what you say you was going to do when you showed up, is what I am most negatively impacted by. I knew coming into it that you were new. I knew that this was a trial run. I knew that. But your inability to communicate effectively and show up when you say you was going to show up ain't got nothing to do with business. It has everything to do with the character of the man. And what I'm saying is that if you want to be successful in life and business, your word is the only thing you got to hold you by, bro. And so if you say you're going to show up, show up. If you say you can show up at this time, show up at this time. For whatever reason, you can't show up at that time, then you communicate that effectively beforehand, not after the fact. I telling you this, that your word is your bond, which is why I'm going to honor my agreement with you going into this, even though my experience wasn't positive. I told you that I would do video content for you, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm also telling you that if what you want is a client review, I don't think you want that if this is what you want to move your business with, because my review of my experience on my flaws at my space in AIP has not been a positive one. So this will not be a positive review. And so what I will do for you is give you the opportunity to promote your business and talk about your business. And I will capture that video content for you and you can share it. But if anybody asks me how my experience was, I can have to tell them the truth. Now, I ain't gonna throw you under the bus, but I can have to say he didn't show up when he said he was gonna show up. He disappeared on me. And really, at the end of the day, even though I knew that he was new, it still ended up costing me because I had to redo the work that he did. You don't want that kind of review. Like I said, I don't have a problem. I mean, and I just hope that you take this as a learning experience. It was something that you know. Now you have some experience now, because you can't say you ain't do it before. You've done it. You have some kind of experience to springboard off of. And so your next job should be much better in terms of the quality of the work that you do and the experience for the client. Because I have told you that communication is important. Just show up when you say you're going to show up and just do what you say you're going to do. And you beat out 90% of the other competition out there. See, like I said, so see, Gabe, let me do your talking head video so you can promote your business, because that's one last thing that you will have to do. At least you will have that tangible thing and the lessons learned to walk away with. Now, that's my offer. And if you still decide to reject it, then that's fine. Ain't no harm, no foul. Like I said, I think you're a decent young man. And I just think you should take this lesson and learn from it. And I don't think that you can't learn from it. You know? But don't let ego stop you, because now at least you'll be further ahead with a video in hand that you could use to promote on social media. Other than that, then you'll be in a deficit. Because once you get your equipment back and everything, you still ain't got nothing to promote it with. At least with this video, you got something that you could push out and hopefully secure a client armed with the experience that you and I shared together. That's all. And that feedback. Now, you know, if you still maintaining that you don't want nothing to do with it, I'm fine with that as well. But I don't want your ego to I don't want your ego to block your blessing. Everything is an opportunity to learn and grow, bro. I ain't come on here carrying on by this. I was just waiting to see and have this conversation with you, because I believe you is a decent young man. All right. Appreciate you, man. All right? All right, yeah. All right, guys, so I am actually headed to the studio. I have my live to date. As you can see, I'm yawning already, but I have my live tonight. Look forward to seeing how that turns out. All right, guys, we are here at the studio. Getting ready to shoot the live. We got Roberto. Say hi, Roberto. And then we got Chris in the corner there, putting some things together. Check out the setup, y'all. So when we say we go live, it ain't just mean we use webcam, you know. We're running 3 cameras. This is my presentation. This is really just my monitor, so I could see what's happening. And so I am here. See, I can switch, all that stuff, right? And then this is mission control. So this is where we're going live from. That's Chris, we got camera 1. This is the main cam. We got camera 2. And then we got Roberto here with camera 3, right? And so all of this is for the live. Now the good thing is that we'll be doing lives every, turn this down, that's making noise. We'll be doing lives every month. So this is the first one in the series called EQ Live. And eventually we want to get to the point where we have, make it an event. We have food, we have drinks, we have all of that stuff. But more importantly, we got people. So people then will come in and kind of rock with us as well. No, I agree. I think that's the win, right? The win was to go live. We went live, and I think having the setup and just continuing to figure out as we went. There were some things that we were troubleshooting on the fly, and I think we handled it well. I think that's what we did well. Yeah, eyes closed.
Keep it close. Okay, you go for now.
No, I'm scared.
Happy birthday! I'm scared. But yes. I was like, trying to speed you because I was like, Flip, I hope he's still here. I hope you rush off. What do you think?
I love it.
Okay.
Always what I want.
Good stuff. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
All right, good morning, guys. Hope you are doing well. Today is January 9th, 2026. It's currently 4:17 a.m. I'm getting ready to head to train. Didn't sleep really well last night. Got to bed around 11, woke up around 3, even though I took my magnesium. Yesterday was a interesting day. I had to kind of talk a client, not necessarily off the ledge, but we had a project for a very big client that we did, and ultimately they weren't happy with the content that we produced. It was for a photo campaign. It was for a photo campaign. I can't see. There you go. It was for a photo campaign for their website. And they really weren't happy. And I get it, because the quality just wasn't there. We had some new team members that was executing the project, and it's just one of those growing pains, right? Where you just gotta take a hit, adjust, and move forward. So, I'm most definitely going to lose money on that, because my offer is to reshoot at my expense, because we're the ones that dropped the ball. So that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to reshoot and make sure I get it right. But yesterday was exhausting, because I spent a good portion of the afternoon just talking to the marketing manager, and ensuring her of our commitment to excellence, and that's the standard. And she said, this isn't the first time we're going to work with them. We're going to work with them. So ongoing clients, they know the quality of the work that we do. But it's just now having to deal with this, right? So it's one of the things that you gotta do. Then I had a call with a young man who, you know, it's interesting because literally before I had a call with her, I had a call with a young man who did some work for me that I wasn't happy with. And, you know, I spoke to him and I said, hey, you know, this is a guy who did my floors. And, you know, even that was exhausting because you try to get people to understand that in business, in most instances, you only get one chance to make a first impression. And he was a part of, you know, Operation Collaboration. We did have an agreement where I would provide some video content for him in exchange for him doing the work. I knew that he was not an experienced professional, so I knew that there were some challenges. And so really I just communicated this to him. But I told him at the end of the day, the biggest thing for me was the fact that there wasn't clear and consistent communication from him. And, you know, he would say that he was coming at a certain time to do a certain thing and wouldn't show up at that time to do that thing. So that was pretty frustrating. So some good news is that we did the penny test and I got my penny. And I ain't sure, but I got my penny, which is cool. So that means that the tribe lock is working and now we could pretty much take that over. I know it's gonna be a learning curve with that. I'm prepared to deal with that. But it's good news. So we have the ePay and the tribe lock system set up. I have a meeting today with Keith to talk about getting the content up, and so I'm excited about that. But yeah, it seems like we are. It seems like what you know we are moving in the right general direction. Alright guys, I am on my way to the studio, but I do have to stop by the store to get some double-sided tape, and I promised myself I repeat, I will not get any cookies today. I am done with the cookie thing. So I am going to the store. All right, so I am happy to say that I didn't get any cookies. I did get these. And I think this would satisfy my sweet tooth for today, but it would be still better than eating a full pack of chocolate chip cookies. All right, so I am in the office. Obviously, and so now, because I want to get a jump on the day, I'm actually going to set up for the Kells thing now, just so that we can have that set and done, so that doesn't detract from other things that we have to do today. And it's currently 7:54. Now, one of the beautiful things about this space is that we can literally set this thing up this thing being her shoot on any wall. And so for the purposes of this today, I'm going to shoot against this wall because it's less things to move. And so that's what I'm going to do. Guys, look who my good brother, Nathan Becker, good godfather. I was gonna say grandfather, but boy, you almost there, boy. All right, yeah. So this is his first time seeing the new side. So we actually setting up. We setting up for another shoot. Well, the cat shooting today, but yeah. So this is space.
So I have a studio over there. There's a studio.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, no, I didn't see all that. Like that is like definition of like the
Look at that! You're coming to make my day.
like.
Hold on, this is your first time here?
No, but it's my first time like on this side with.
Ah.
This is a studio. We have a
Look at-
studio, okay? A studio. That's crazy. I am so happy and proud of you.
Thank you. Look at Daniel come here to make me smile today. Zanli ain't tell me proud of me.
Well, I ain't getting it. I ain't getting all this.
You coming at the slapping up pad.
He's ain't going to see what's going on, y'all.
Working out.
That's what it is. How much videos y'all in already? 2?
Okay. This gonna be a trial.
You saying big back?
Big guy. Not big back though. Come on, Danielle, in front of me.
What they doing?
Yeah,
TikTok.
All right, so today is still January 9th. It's currently 5:53 p.m. I am at my desk. I've already showered. Well, I've already eaten dinner, trained, showered. And I'm just here knocking out a couple of stuff. I do want a little something sweet, like a cheesecake, but I don't know. I think I'll be all right. I ain't gonna die. All right, morning, guys. Today is January 10th, 2026. It's currently 4:30 a.m. Today is Saturday. In true form, I am up, and mainly because I did kind of go to bed, I guess, on time, but I'm up. Today is technically supposed to be my active rest day, but I am going to train. Mainly because I have check-ins tomorrow, and I did miss a workout this week. I missed my day 5 p.m. workout. So I am going to do something today. So I'm going to train today, and then I also have to get into the office because I'm meeting. Probably be there before, but I am meeting Tristan Hanna, who's installing our alarm system. I'm meeting him today there for 10 o'clock. So he's going to install the alarm. We're installing some new dusted on lights in the front and the back with his company so that the place can be well lit. And then I have some light editing work that I have to do for week 2 of the vlog that I got from Danae, because I want to upload that this weekend. And think that's pretty much it. And then I have to do some outreach emails for next week because we travel on Wednesday and Monday's a holiday. So literally I only have one business day before we travel. Yep. So I'm gonna do my pre-workout cocktail, get my workout in, and then get ready to head out for work. You know, I think one of the things that we have to kind of put into perspective, right? Like when we are on the journey of achieving our goals, it's like I really do believe that you could accomplish anything that you put your mind to, depending on the time horizon, right? And so, like now, I have this goal, and I'm just thinking, it's like, wow, you know, it's like 45 pounds, 43 pounds, 44 pounds, 45 pounds, something like that. Get me close to my goal, but I'll have to lose to hit my goal. It sounds like a lot. Of course, for me, the faster I hit it, the better I feel, right? But I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think what I am trying to say is sometimes you just gotta focus on the thing right in the front of you. Have an appreciation, you know where it is that you're trying to go, and just commit to the process regardless of time, right? Like instead of saying, you know what, I want to lose 50 pounds by the end of this year, let me follow my program. Like maybe the goal should be, let me follow my program as consistently as humanly possible. Let me be 100% compliant. Let me not compromise on doing the things every day. And what if that now is the goal? Because if you approach it like that, if you approach it from the goal is the work, not I'm doing the work to reach the goal. What if the goal is the work? Then one, it shortens and concentrates, and then you have the ability to achieve the goal in every moment. If the goal is to stay compliant with the program every day, every meal, every workout, then literally you have the ability to accomplish that goal, multiple goals a day, as opposed to chasing this one big goal. And I think that's the difference between progress or process goals and outcome goals. See, the 50 pounds losing is an outcome goal, but the process goals are doing the things every day that will enable me to do the 50 pounds, that will enable me to get the 10 million. So now, putting that same thing to the financial goal, 10 million, am I doing the things required every day to do that? And of course, the answer is no. So if the answer is no, why is it a surprise that you don't get the outcome that you want? All right, guys, so I'm training today. Like I said, technically it's my rest day, but I want to ensure that I have a positive check-in tomorrow. And since I am behind, I'm just going to train tomorrow. Well, train today, check-in tomorrow. But I am not going to do something too crazy. I am just going to incorporate my training, and I did miss a session this week. So kind of using this as a makeup for that. Today, just gonna hit some chest, shoulders, arms, maybe sprinkle in a little bit of core. So right now, I'm just doing a light warm-up, about 5 minutes cardio, and then I'm gonna get into my workout, and then I'll do about 25 minutes post cardio, well, post workout cardio, and then I'm going to eat breakfast, get ready, and head to work. You know, it is a Saturday and it is a weekend. Most people use the weekend to quote unquote rest and not work, but I have work to do. And I find that because I do the same thing every day and I actually enjoy what I do, it doesn't feel like, oh, I gotta go to work. It's like I have so much stuff to do. I'm excited to get in, to get it done. And the weekends actually give me an opportunity to work more so on the things that I couldn't get done during the week because, of course, because most people don't work, you aren't on client calls. And so I can do things that I wouldn't even say need to catch up on, but the type of work that I do on the weekend, slightly different. I can do more creative stuff, more strategy-driven stuff, which is ultimately what I'm going to be doing today. Finishing up 2 personal brand strategies for 2 personal branding clients. And going to be knocking out some more SOPs. I have some light editing work that I have to do to week 2 of the vlog. And then strategy for BIL, because you need to launch that out. Well, you need to launch that. And so, yeah, this weekend I plan on catching up on that stuff. Gonna set a final launch date for BIL realistically, and maybe February, but I'll start having some kind of communication out this month for sure. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Chest, shoulders, and arms. Just doing 3 supersets. So incline, chest, flies, and presses, and front raises, and then tricep push downs, bicep curls. And then 25 minutes cardio. All right, guys. That one is done. Workout is completed. That was rough. But got it done. About to eat breakfast and get ready to head out to the studio. Because I don't have to meet Tristan there until 10, I'll probably use the time in between that to organize my fitness content from the vlog. There's a lot of content that is pushing out, but I won't keep all of it. The vlog episodes are going to be where it is, but I do want to pull out the content from obviously my fitness stuff, so I can have that, and then my the office stuff where we were building out the studio. So I want to isolate that as well. But yeah, that's that. All right, guys, I am on the road. I am getting ready to head to the studio for the day. I'm supposed to be meeting Tristan, guy who's installing our security system from SafePoint. I'm supposed to be meeting him there for 10, and so I am headed out a little early. It's about 8:45 now. But the reason being is I have to stop by the store to get some water. And then I have to try, once I get to the studio, there are a couple of things. I need to try and reset the door. Reset the door so that we can add other team members, namely Ryan and Chris. For some reason, it wasn't allowing me to put in the code thing. So that's one thing. And then the next thing is editing some content from episode 2 or week 2 of From the Trenches. That is what Danae would have done. And so just going to edit that so that that can be uploaded this week. And yeah, I think that's pretty much what it is. I have to give Lauren a bit more, I guess, direction with regards to the social media content, because I did an initial review of that today, of her posting schedule, and I'm noticing that from the vlog she is posting to social media, but she's supposed to use all of that vlog content within 1 week, because every week we're posting different content. So I'm gonna have to sit with her on Tuesday to, I guess, really just refine that and then take it from there. But yeah, that's what we're doing, and that's what we're doing. All right, water done, and of course, got my sweet treat fix. Guys, I ain't even lie to y'all. I hungry. And so I think I am going to eat this, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is eat this chicken and broccoli. I mean, chicken and, what you call it? Chicken and spinach. Eat that and then go from there. All right, guys, so here's a lesson in why you do not throw away manuals, as in owner manuals, instruction manuals. So long story short, I had this smart lock installed at the studio. And for some reason, my phone wasn't connecting for a while. And so I went on YouTube and found this video to tell me how to reset it. But it required me to take off the whole lock. So I've been fighting with this thing for like literally the last hour and a half. This thing being the door, took it off, couldn't get it back on. I was getting ready to call Swift because I thought I had fucked it up. And as I'm putting it back, already given up, as I'm putting it back on, I see the button that says reset. So I press the button, and guess what, y'all? My phone is now connecting to the lock. I swear you can't make these things up. All right, guys, as you can see behind me, we got Tristan up there. Wait for the camera, Tristan. You may have remembered him from my last vlog when they were installing the cameras. So he is back. One, I wanted him to kind of reposition two of the cameras just so we could get better view. But he's installing these lights here that he was installing because this doesn't work, that works. These are solar powered, so it's gonna save me. Those are dusk to dawn lights. And so that's what he was installing for me. I'm talking to the vlog. That's Anita, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
All right, guys, just packed up. Now I'm headed home. All in all, it was a pretty productive day for the most part. Some big things that I needed to get done, I got done. They installed the lights. After a while, unnecessarily, I think, taking apart the door. Anyway, I got the door fixed, so Ryan's code and Chris's code is in. I got the Kel's packages, so now I'm headed home. Actually, I think I'm going to eat, then train, and then just chill out for the rest of the evening. All right, guys, I am home, as you can see. My lovely wife cooked my, I don't know, it's like a cross between a patty and a meatball, a meat patty ball. What would you call that?
Size, perfect meatball, like a jumbo meatball.
Jumbo meatball with a flat bottom. Why you laugh?
Why don't you say with a flat bottom?
It does have a flat bottom.
I know, you say like meatballs on a flat bottom.
They don't. They're balls.
It's a meatball hybrid.
Anyway, it's very tasty.
Patty ball.
Patty. I was thinking meat patty ball. I have some potatoes in the air fryer. I made my special sauce. This is something that y'all haven't seen before. It is my secret sauce, my special sauce. It goes on, literally, this goes with everything. Literally everything. This is huge for many different reasons, right? So that's the first thing. But so how do you want to? Because I mean, there's so many different ways that
How
you
do
could.
I want to? How do I want to display? Like, how do I want?
Yeah,
to
like what's
show-
the narrative? What is the story that we're going to tell?
So the narrative that I want to do, I want to preserve the fact of who were the people that made this happen. So I want us to put the correct story out there because we had people that didn't want this to happen, or we thought we had people that said they should have gotten it instead of us. I had people coming from me to say, well, why does she get to do it? We just had so much people trying to tear us down, thinking that, oh, we so young. Because traditionally, pilots in Bahamas are old. They're like 50s, 60s. They're very old. So now you have this group of 25 young pilots, and now we have this big region. So it was a lot of people that were not happy about it. And so we just want to put out the correct information and the correct narrative so that there's no confusion about how this came about.
Okay.
And so I was thinking of a documentary because I like Netflix style documentaries when you like have somebody sitting down talking and then it'll pan to it'll go to images of what they talking about, and then you'll have different people in different places with their name on the screen, who they are, what they did, talking about, and bringing the story full circle.
Okay. No, I love it. At the end of the day, storytellers. I know we did work together, but did you know that I am an award-winning documentary filmmaker?
I had no idea. Are you serious?
Yeah, we actually won an award for, it was a mini doc.
Uh-huh.
We actually won an award for a mini doc that we did. It was only 11 minutes for DeKalb Stage Ready back in 2022. And so now we're actually, because she, is making history as well. Oh Lord, I'm so privileged. I got so many beautiful, talented, powerful women in my circle, man.
Yeah.
So we're doing her documentary.
Nice.
Leading up to the Olympia.
I love that.
And so, we've done, so I've done about 3 documentaries outside of the one that I did with DeKalb for the U.S. Embassy for the restoration of the lighthouse.
Nice.
I've done a documentary on the 75 years of healthcare excellence for Doctors Hospital.
Nice.
We did a mini and we did a full feature, so a full 45 minutes. And then, who else did we do it for? Anyway, somebody else. But we're working on something now for another private client.
Nice.
Because they have a legacy business, 30 years of behavioral business. And so well, it isn't a full documentary, but we're taking a documentary style to their behind the brand.
Right.
So I say that to say yes. First of all, I think this is an awesome story to tell. We can definitely do it. The only thing is I want us to sit down, plan out, but let's talk budget, let's talk timeline, because we can do something with as little as a couple thousand, or we could run out, right? And when I say run out, it all depends on what your budget is. Because off the bottom, and then access. Because off the top of my head, when you're talking, I'm like, okay, well, one, it would be cool to get to some of these places where these pilots are and get on the ships and kind of follow along with them.
Right.
And so like you said, as we do the sit-down interviews, then we could have the cutaways and there are ways that we could do it in terms of deciding who does what. But a lot of that depends on, where everybody is, what your budget is for this. How easy would it be for us to move to the Family Islands to get some of these shots?
To get some of the footage.
Would we be able to access the cruise ships as well? The bridge, to kind of really get that thing. So there are different things that
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
But yeah, I'll send you some stuff.
Okay. Thanks so much, Ethan.
No problem. My pleasure, man. I appreciate you.
Okay, take care.
All right, Sandy. Okay, bye-bye.